Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Today we're going to talk about how to enjoy summer with essential oils. Um, with us being doTERRA members, we have the advantage of using essential oils for just about anything. And, as the seasons change, we have different ways of using essential oils. So, yeah, I just wanted to share with you some of the things I do, and hopefully we have friends here that share some of the things that they do as well. I didn't have time to put in everything, so I just wanted to just have a little bit of a slideshow here for you to look at something. But yeah, there's just so many things that I could share with you. So first of all, if you're not in the habit of drinking essential oils, you might want to start doing that. So two oils that I like to use for the summer is the peppermint oil and lemon oil. So just put 1 or 2 drops in water. It helps your body absorb the water better. And then it helps with the cooling. So peppermint oil helps cool you down, and the lemon oil helps your body absorb water molecules better. So it helps us be more hydrated. Sometimes just drinking plain water or water that has been processed, highly processed, your body has a hard time absorbing it for some reason. I had some friends that had kids in sports, and the kids, like in my friend's netball team, her daughter's netball team, they keep on getting cramps on their legs. And, they say that they drink a lot of water, but they don't know why. So I suggested just put a little bit of lemon and peppermint in their water and see how they go. And that solved the problem. If you want to, you can drink coconut or coconut milk, coconut water, because it's a natural electrolyte. Okay, so that's something I do as well. Does anybody else want to share anything at this point? Welcome, Lisa.
Just that if you are someone who, like me, I used to not like drinking water very much at all. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. The oils make it very, I love using besides lemon, a different type of citrus like tangerine or grapefruit in mine. Not only does grapefruit help you like with the cravings, but it just makes the water smell really good where you want to drink it. So it just makes it much easier to drink water.
Yeah, that's so true. There are people that like just plain water. So yeah,
Yep.
it's a good idea. So most citrus oils, but if you just want a suggestion to start with something, the lemon and the peppermint, okay? Also the peppermint, if you put peppermint in one of those old bottles that like used bottle, not old, used bottle, you can add a little bit of water and then a spray top, and you can spritz it on you and keep you cool during the summer as well, if you need to cool down when things get too hot. Yeah. So we also have the sun products. So if you're not familiar with the sun products, it's a great range. It took doTERRA a very long time to, get it together, because, they have to experiment, make sure it works, but and also make sure it's safe. And there's different areas of that they had to consider. So I'm so grateful for that. This summer, we've been traveling for the last week, and we've been hiking and out in the sun a lot. And my kids and my husband uses a lot of these products. We're actually out of a few of these right now because we used it so much. And it's been a lifesaver. And one thing that is really good is that it gives me like a feeling of like a peace of mind that I'm not putting toxins on my kids. And, my family has, clean products that they're using, and then it's effective at protecting them as well. So I think that's really good. So we have also the face moisturizer, but this is the four products that they use for, when you go swimming, when you're out in the sun. We have the spray, and then we have the lotion. Okay. And we have the face and body stick. And we have the after sun care. So it's a hydrating product that soothes and nourishes the skin after exposure. I actually burned myself when I was cooking one time. And I put the after sun on it. And so I just did it twice and it was much better the next day. So yeah, you can use it for that too. Okay. So if you go through each one with me, so this is the face and body mineral sun screen lotion. People have asked me, does it make you white? They have that white. Actually, I feel like it does. So a little bit there. But here are the ingredients. So it's non-nano zinc oxide. And the reason why we don't want it to be nano is because we don't want it to be driven into our bloodstream. Okay, so it becomes a shield on top of your skin. There's raspberry seed oil, avocado oil, turmeric extract, jojoba esters, and vitamin E. It's a broad spectrum 30 SPF, protects you from UVA and UVB, water resistant. It's got helichrysum, frankincense, and carrot seed oil. And we have it's lightweight and moisturizing and nourishing. And what doTERRA is concerned about also is whether it's vegan friendly, reef safe, and cruelty free. Reef safe is important because if you're swimming, you don't want to have toxins in the water that will poison the marine life. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So we bought all of it, but some people like the lotion, some people like the stick, but we had all of it. Okay, so here's the body minerals sunscreen spray. So all of those key ingredients like the ones before. And this one you can spray, and it's like a 360 spray. So you can turn it upside down and spray it everywhere. And then just kind of rub it in. Make sure you do it 15 minutes before you expose your skin to sunlight. And then we have the face and body stick. Okay, all those great same ingredients, but this one has shea butter, cocoa butter, and it's a SPF 30. Helichrysum, frankincense, carrot seed oil is so good for the skin. Okay, so that's just so smooth and it smells amazing. Just the aroma. All right, so we have the After Sun Restorative Body Mist, aloe vera, astaxanthin. I didn't even know that you can use astaxanthin for this, so that's interesting. Topical prebiotic and probiotic, arnica extract, vitamin E. So that's so interesting. It's very cooling, very cooling. In fact, it's too cooling sometimes when you're feeling like you burn, so you feel chilly. So what I sometimes do is just like put it on my hands and just kind of warm it up a little bit and then dab it, if you want to do it that way. But it helps restore the skin if you had too much sun and you're red and it's just singing to you. The oils is copaiba, lavender, peppermint, that's the cooling part, and then helichrysum. Okay, so that's that. Anybody have a story or testimony of any of these products?
I don't
Yes,
really
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say I don't really have a story other than that, when I go out, I use it and I'm not getting burnt. So
Yes, yeah.
they work really well.
Oh, love it. Debbie and then Sierra.
Yeah. So I'll just share that last summer, I watched my grandkids, and Harley does not like putting on sunscreen like other sunscreens. And when we used this one, she loved it. She's like, Grammy, I want to use your sunscreen. So, and it worked really, really well. She didn't get burned either, and she loves to be in the pool all the time. So,
Mhm.
so very, very kid friendly. the fragrance isn't too strong. And I think she noticed that too, that
Yeah.
it was just really mild. And yeah, anyway, we love it.
Oh, so Debbie, the kids are so intuitive, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
So Harley, she's got personality, that one.
Yes,
So,
she does.
she lets you know if it smells good, if it's whatever, she just won't hold back. So
Yeah.
that's really a strong testimony right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. She for sure will tell you the truth. That's
Love it. Sierra,
Yep.
go ahead.
Sorry, I was muted. I couldn't figure. I went to a different screen. Anyway, I just wanted to share how well the after sun care works. It's I love paddleboarding and kayaking and everything, and we were out one day. It was like an hour, and I really didn't think I had anything to worry about, and my back was so well. The bathing suit that I wore too, part of my back that doesn't usually get sun was exposed to sun. And so I really burned. And I have an after picture of just using it one time. And I have that on my page. If anybody wants to borrow those, you're more than welcome to take it, copy it, whatever. But it was literally after one use. So I was super surprised how well it worked.
Oh, I remember Sierra telling me that story. So I'm the same. Ben, my husband, he's very light skin, and he burns so easily, and then it just stings and hurts for a couple of days, and he can't sleep that night, and he's dehydrated, and it's a whole ordeal. But as soon as I see a little bit of redness, I kind of spray his back or neck or ears and stuff, where his arms, and nothing. The next day we're like so good. And then I might spray one more time to help it heal faster. But that's it. So, since we've had this, we've not had peeling or any type of like stinging. I don't know how they do it. That's just amazing, because all our marriage has had lots of problems with the sun. And yeah, here we are. We get to go out and hike and do other things without worrying about that as much. So good. So guys, try it out. I think just a couple of weeks ago, or whenever, they had some sort of BOGO, flash BOGO, that you can get that for free. So that's really good. Yeah, I hope you got that. Cheryl, go ahead.
Actually, it's funny. This is the one that I was just going to say something about.
Yes.
So I use this when I know I'm going to be out in the sun all day. And it is so light. I love the way it feels on my face. It's an amazing product. It's probably one of my favorite of the line right now. So anyway,
Yes. Give it a try. I know I brought this home, and I didn't bring home. I told my daughter when I came home from the leadership, and then as soon as we were able to buy it, she stole it from me, because she's like, I just want to preserve my face, and just, it's not that she was worried, but like sunburn, she was just worried about protecting her youthful look. So anyways, very light, so it's not the oily sunscreen where you kind of feel like it's white. It just kind of goes on white, and yeah, it's just nice. But I didn't realize that you're supposed to reapply it every 2 hours. But I just use it as a sunscreen under, or a moisturizer under the makeup. So the lady at the booth told us that just use the light things first, and then the heavier things after. So the light things would be after you wash your face, you want to use a toner. If you have the rose mist, you can use that, and then you can put the rose oil or the Immortelle serum and stuff, and then you can use this as a moisturizer next. So kind of like go from light to more heavy, and then of course the makeup goes on top. Yeah, so 28 SPF. Again, it protects against UVA, UVB, And then blue light. Okay, I didn't even think about that blue light. So then, if you're in front of your screen a lot, whether it's your phone or your laptop, this protects it too. Isn't that great? And it's just with no white cast. So they thought about that too. So it's good for sensitive skin. It has, again, frankincense, helichrysum, magnolia, ylang ylang, and lemongrass. So it's just so just smells so nice, but it's very, very subtle. Okay. Of course, it has no parabens and phthalates and oxybenzone and other synthetic fragrances. So good. Lisa, go ahead.
I was just thinking, Jade, with the SPF 28,
Yeah.
and I've forgotten what those other ones, the SPF was for the other ones we just looked at. Being in Australia, or being this American product, and then here in Australia they say we should use SPF 50.
Yeah.
So does that is that similar to what we would have over here, or is it is it a lot lighter?
I feel
coverage?
like it might be lighter. I think it might be lighter. Yeah. So,
okay.
mhm.
We might just have to reapply it more often.
Yeah, and I feel like the frankincense, helichrysum, magnolia, and all those oils, it will help add to that protection. Yeah. Yeah. But we don't have to be in the sun so much in these like extended periods of time. Yeah. But right now I would rather do this than, the toxic ones that are SPF 50. So
yeah, that's right. And they're so heavy, and like you say, they have a horrible film on them.
you do, you have this film on your face, feels like it's just oily all the time. But yeah, like I have it and, it feels like nothing. So I didn't realize you're supposed to reapply every 2 hours. But yeah, but it's still good. To start off with that. And my daughter's right. I mean, she's reading a lot of things on skincare, Korean skincare and everything. And they're like, start early, protect your skin early. So
probably with your face, because if we're sweating and so forth, or swim, it might dry out a lot quicker and be exposed to more sun than if we've got half clothes on, like with t-shirts and things like that, or longer sleeves, or depending on what we swim in. So that's probably why with our face we need to apply it more often.
Yeah, perhaps. That's so true. Yeah. So that's that, guys. So that's summer. Have any one of you used the Rose Duet yet? It's amazing. I love it.
Yes, I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, the mist is so, thin that you have to bring it really close to your face, and you want to do it like 3 sprays. So
I do about 5.
yeah, I'm
I
like,
do my chest too. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
That's right, the neck and chest. That's right. I need to remember that too. So it sold out really quickly in June, but they're telling me that it'll come back 1st of July. So you guys, I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 packs as soon as it comes out. I'm bringing it home, giving it to my family. Yeah, so nice. I think this is one of the most luxurious products that doTERRA has ever produced. Just smells so beautiful. So I'm using it like a toner as well, but it's like a pick me up during the day. So it's just a little bit of extra moisture on my face. Yeah. But it because it's rose is a natural preservative, so they don't have to have extra preservative there. So it's protection for the skin. It helps heal the skin for imperfections, and it evens the skin tone. And I've not had anything that really worked as a thing to even the skin tone. But yeah, I've noticed that this is working for me. Yeah, so good. Yeah, and it's quite affordable. Anybody else have any comments about the Rose Duet?
Just that I agree. I think it is one of the most luxurious products that they have. I love it so much.
Yeah, and the kids, you know, with the teenage skin, and I'm getting them to use it now for the last week since, you know, we're with each other all the time. I get to remind them. Oh yeah, the you know, the acne scars, it's just going away so quickly. So I'm just blown away, really impressed. Yeah. So guys, get it as soon as it comes out July 1st.
Yeah, I was just going to say something about how it feels on, like, I am amazed, like, after I put the rose, the, whatever the, what is that? The moisturizer one. After I put that on, my face actually feels like a rose petal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like so soft. And
Yes. In
it
the
just
morning,
feels
Cheryl.
dewy. Hmm?
In the morning, the feel of your face in
Yeah,
the morning.
yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all touch my face, touch my face. You know, and Ben's like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I'm like, just feel it. Yeah. So nice. The Koreans with their skincare, their rule is moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Because you know, some people say wash and wash and wash and strip away, you know, all the toxins and all that. But the Koreans is just like create an extra film over your face, and it's like moisturizing protection, and you know your skin will just, you know, look great. And that's a really good philosophy, because I feel like these two products, the oil and the spray, really does the trick, yeah, together. So yeah, just during the summer, um you know, you just want this extra moisturizer because your skin dries out, and yeah, and then it feels a little bit dull and you want to just spray a little bit of moisture on it. It just puts me up. Go ahead, Lisa.
I actually think because we're in winter over here at the moment, I think this product is going to be awesome all year round
Yeah,
because,
that's
you know,
true.
through winter, I know my skin gets a lot drier, and even like be really nice. Like sometimes when people go through menopause and things like that, hormonal changes, their skin can dry out as well. So this is going to be such a great all-rounder product, and it just made me think, for those who overthink things, sometimes like me, maybe the rose is going to be very good because the smell of it's going to, you know, diffusing in right
Yeah.
on my face to help me not overthink things.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Down,
it's
Lisa.
just I can't wait. Yeah, I missed out on it this time, but definitely on the 1st of July, I think I'll be waiting by the button, ready to press
Right.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that BOGO, it went fast too. Yeah, so
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. I just missed out, but never mind. It's coming back, so that's all good.
yeah. So everybody just get ready. Cheryl, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say something silly, but what this world would be such a better place if we just had those like misters all over that just misted this rose
Yeah.
spray. This it is just so good.
Yes, yeah,
Like I sometimes I'll just like go and spray it on my family because they won't they just don't have the passion that I do for it. So I say,
yeah,
you gotta do this. It's
yeah,
gonna make you happy.
yeah. I'm guilty of attacking my family too with just oils and stuff, because I'm like, you guys need to use this. You would love it. Yeah. So Ben's very used to it. So if he does something, he coughs or whatever, and I'm like rubbing him with oil. He just sits there and let me do my thing. But I know the world would be so much better. Yeah. So I'm hoping that this is in Australia as well, all year round. I've seen this advertised in Malaysia and a few other countries, Singapore. Yeah, it's very popular. So yeah, but they just keep it as a permanent product. So, and of course, guys, you know, during the summertime and any time of the year, we need to keep up our supplements, okay, because it's like the foundation of our health, okay, and add, um, you know, your Terrazyme. I like the Zendocrine on top of that, and the phytoestrogen, bone nutrient, just balance the hormones. Um, sometimes I do the adaptive at night and the serenity at night just to help me have a deeper sleep. Does anybody else do this the same, or add anything extra to that? As far as supplements, yeah. Go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, sorry, just couldn't find the mute. Sorry, I just ducked into the other room and came back, and I was just thinking the other thing I add to this, and besides diffusing some oils, is I've been using Vetiver, the roll-on, that and Balance together, and the other stuff in the diffusers, and it's just amazing. That stuff's like a sedative. It helps you sleep so well. So that's something that I add in with my supplements at night.
Yeah. Oh, Lisa, I'm glad you reminded me. Sometimes, ladies, our brain just doesn't stop. It just goes round and round, and it's all the switches are on. That Vetiver, it really does the trick. So, go ahead and try it if you are not, switching off. Just make sure that, do that. Vetiver, you can do cedarwood, arbor vitae. Yeah, some of those oils are really good just to switch off. Yeah, so don't be tossing and turning all night.
Yeah, and sometimes even I was doing some reading the other night, and like, because our neurotransmitters are in our gut, which that affects our brain and our thinking. So sometimes even taking a digestion or something like that at night too can settle the stomach, which can settle, that by those pathways. So it's interesting. There's so many things we can do at different times with what the tools we've got. So don't be afraid to give it a go. So, because if you don't give it a go, you'll never know.
Yeah, so good. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah. Sierra, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I put Adaptive and Serenity in my diffuser right next to my bed every night. And I don't take the Serenity supplement every night, but if I'm exhausted, I don't even think about it because I just want to go to sleep. Like last night, I just climbed in bed and that was it. But when I know that I have a problem getting to sleep, my mind will shut down. My husband falls asleep in 2 minutes, and my brain just doesn't want to shut down. And if I take the Serenity, I've noticed that the nights I do that, it's so much easier for me just to fall asleep. And so I take it when I'm brushing my teeth and doing other stuff. So, I probably have it in my system, about 15-20 minutes before, I'm laying down. So I love it.
Yeah, I love that you have it stacked like that. So I'll take it before you start brushing your teeth, and then that gives you a bit of time to, get it in your system, start that calming down process. Yeah. So
Exactly.
good advice there. Yeah. During the day, during the summer is a time for energy, time for a creation, time for you to go out there and just do more stuff. So during the day, if you take that supplement, you might want to add the Mito to Max to it. Or if you're traveling, add Mito to Max. If you're hosting a party, add Mito to Max. So just going to give you this extra energy that your body, wants and needs during the summertime. So what I learned is, as Australians right now, you're listening to this, it's winter time, so it's slow down, rest. But for us in the US and in the Northern Hemisphere, it's get out, do things. So yeah, Mito to Max would be a really good oil too. Yeah. In the oil supplement. Yeah. Anybody else want to share your routine, your supplement routine? All right. It's really important that we have supplements, guys, because if we don't have the right nutrients, our body has a harder time producing the happy chemicals. So we want to make sure that we cover all of the bases. Okay. And MetaPower, I'm so grateful for MetaPower. It's designed to help with skin and tissues. Okay, so if you guys, are just any time of the year, anyways, but for us in the summertime, when you're out and you've worked hard in the sun and all that, I would take two, one in, the middle of the day and one maybe in the evening, because when you're sleeping, then your body's doing, the job of repairing tissues and things and using the collagen to repair your tissues and skin, on the inside and the outside. So yeah, it's super important. Anybody else want to add anything to that? Say anything?
I've only used this a couple, like off and on, because we haven't got it here yet, and so I've been using it sparingly. And I must say, I used it for a bit, and then I went off it because I thought, I'll just try and make it last, And then I went back on it again, and I actually did notice a few differences. I was only taking it probably maybe 2 to 3 times a week. It wasn't even every day, but I noticed I slept better on those nights, and I had more energy for some reason for that day or whatever it was. I just remember feeling it a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I'd like to take this every day, but at the moment I'm just using it sparingly, because because we've got our convention this weekend over here in Australia, so in Melbourne, so heading off that tomorrow. So hopefully I think we're going to get a nice surprise this weekend with MetaPower. So
so
good stuff.
So excited for the Australians. Yeah, I had a lady comment on my YouTube video recently, and she said it didn't work for her. So what do you think about that when people say it didn't work?
I'm sad for her because I love it. This is a staple product in our family. My husband and I both use it, and we use it faithfully, and I absolutely love it. And I have noticed so many different things. I've noticed an improvement in my skin and improvement in my hair. I've definitely noticed an improvement in my joints. I don't get as achy. The first time I realized that that there was something about this that was affecting me in a very good way was car trips are usually really hard on me to sit for so long, the long car trips. And I noticed after I had been on MetaPower for about a month or two, we've taken several road trips actually, and my body hasn't ached afterwards, which for me, that was amazing. I was jumping for joy.
And the other thing for you, Cheryl, was it like just the restlessness, right? When you drive?
Oh,
Or-
yes, yes.
Mhm.
Well, the restlessness was because I was aching, and I was constantly having to adjust myself to try and find a comfortable spot.
Mhm.
But that hasn't happened since I've been using MetaPower. So I'm very grateful for that. And
Mm.
I know there's other things because I just feel better since I've been using it. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Was
occasionally I do the double
yeah.
sachets.
Yeah.
So not every day, but probably maybe once, maybe twice a week, I will double up
Yeah.
when I take it.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Lisa,
Gee, I'd love to share.
Share, and then Lisa. Yeah.
You said, what would you say to someone who said it didn't work? First, I mean, I'd hate to denote anything, that someone says about their own body and whatnot, but I started taking MetaPower at convention when they gave it to us and literally noticed a difference in 2 days. My bloating was like completely different. I was going to the bathroom quite a bit actually at the beginning, but and then the third day was like hugely noticeable. So I don't know. I would find it very surprising if somebody said, "Oh, I didn't notice any change at all." I did like stop using the Advantage, the packets, for about a month, because I ran out and I didn't order anymore. And I guess I didn't notice a difference when I stopped using them, really, because it must have been like gradual in my body change. But as soon as I started using them again, I was like, oh wow, okay, my energy level was different, just throughout the entire day. But the biggest change of all for me, I have low blood sugar, and throughout the day, I will go through moments normally where my hands tremor and shake. I'm like, oh, my blood sugar's low. I need to eat something soon. I'll get the nauseated feeling, or feel lightheaded or dizzy. And I have not had that once since taking MetaPower. It really has completely stabilized my blood sugar levels.
Mhm.
And that has been the most amazing and wonderful gift from it for me personally. So it's for me, it was super noticeable. So it would just surprise me if somebody had, I don't know what I would actually say to that person
Mhm.
other than, are you sure?
Yeah. No, I feel exactly what you felt, because I did have that blood sugar thing, and once I start feeling that, I feel like I can't continue to fast, or my body starts to shake. So I'm like, I need something with sugar right away. But yeah, it's been a miracle for me to not have to do that, and just, I can fast for 24 hours, I can whatever, and my body's still stable. Yeah. Lisa, go ahead.
I think they would have to ask me exactly how they've been using it,
Yes.
because I think everybody's metabolic system in their body, functions differently. So perhaps if she was using it during the day, that might not make much difference. Maybe, if when are you using it? Perhaps it might be better for her at night to do all the renewal system and stuff overnight. And just sort of just find out exactly. And I think it's about consistency too. Like some people just want that real quick fix, and if it hasn't done marvelous things within 2 seconds, it's no good. So to be patient with ourselves, and and depending on where she is in her health too, like it might take a little while for this to have a really huge impact long term. Like it might take a few months if she's got other stuff going on in her body too. So I think I'd be asking a lot more questions and really helping them to sort of pinpoint where they don't think it's helping them. In what way does it not help or hasn't helped?
Excellent, Lisa. I was thinking those things too. So, when someone says it doesn't work, I'm thinking, what is it, the result that you're looking for? Because that will help me know what they're trying to aim at. So, for example, like Lisa said, if they have a lot of health problems, this is working beneath the surface. And like the Lifelong Vitality Pack, starts to feed your cells. It starts to do the foundational things first. So you won't be able to see the outward results immediately, 2 seconds, right? But it's probably working there. And, like Sierra says, sometimes it's so imperceptible that you don't notice the difference until you stop, and then you start again, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm back at that level of energy again. The idea, the objective behind the collagen is that it helps with your cells. It helps reverse the aging process. So if that lady is under 20, which is super young, super healthy already, she may not see the difference right away, right? But if, she's a little bit older, and, her body is sick and she's got other problems underneath the surface, she might need a couple of months or even a couple of years, because, we need to give ourselves 2 months for every year that we've been sick. So it might be helping things under the surface. I remember the first time I started taking the Lifelong Vitality Pack, I thought I didn't see a difference. But after 6 months, my husband pointed out that I've stopped complaining about my aches and my back pains and all those things and headaches and things. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. I'm like, I haven't taken headache medicine for a while. And, just little things like your nails start to grow stronger, your hair is more shiny, just those things. But it seems imperceptible because your body's doing a lot of stuff under the surface. So I don't know what the result is that lady was looking for, but like my sister, she's like, oh, I'll try it. And she gave half to my sister-in-law, and they both took it the same day. And they're just texting each other like, oh my gosh, did you go to the bathroom like 5 times? Or Jamie's like, yes. And they went online right away, and they're like, okay, I feel different already. And it's like almost overnight. So for a couple of days, they were like, oh my gosh, this is great. So Jamie went online and she bought like 3 packs right away. She's like, I don't want it to run out. Yeah. So for some people, their body's like, soaking it up immediately. But you gotta be sensitive to your body. I think, like Sierra saying, she's sensitive to the fact that her body, doesn't kind of maintain that healthy sugar balance like me. Sometimes if I forget to eat, I'm hungry, right away my body starts to just slip down and starts to shake right away. But it stopped doing that. Yeah, and I didn't know that was a big issue.
Oh, and also Jade, I'm able to fast now, which
Yeah.
I've never been able to
Yeah.
do a true fast before.
Mhm.
I would have to eat something like peanut butter on a cracker or something, just something to sustain and not get nauseated. Now I can fast.
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing that could be fixed. It just was, that's how my body responded. But here I just feel like things are reversing, and every 2 months or so I notice another thing. I think I just need more time in between to look back and say, oh, I don't need that oil so much anymore. I don't need these other things so much. And yeah, so I think as we keep going, we'll see more and more. But during this time, I think during any season of the year, but because today we're talking about summer, we've got activities and things we do. And I feel like that's one of the things that I take extra to just help me repair my whole body quickly. So yeah, so good. Amanda, go ahead.
Okay, so I think someone just answered it. Thank you, Cheryl. 1 little baggie a day is the recommended dose. I've never used it. I've never tried it. But I just want to be clear about what you guys are talking about, because there are multiple MetaPower products. So you're all sharing stories about just the collagen. Is that correct?
Yes. So it's the advantage. Mm-hmm.
The
It has
advantage.
the oil in there, but because this has 9 collagen in there, and it's 12 times more powerful than any of the collagens in the market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification.
I will say my experiences when I was sharing was kind of all of it, because I started taking all of it at the exact same time at convention. So my results were not just the Advantage package, but I did notice like the energy level change completely with taking that.
Yeah. No, it's just been, I'm just thinking about the different things that we could do to share with people. But yeah, it's just been so such a blessing. Yeah, a blessing to have these products to help you enjoy life more. And then you have solutions for stuff. So I don't feel like so hopeless, and then you're kind of like limited by your physical health state or your age or whatever. You just have stuff that helps us maximize our joy. Yeah. Does anybody else have any other suggestions of how we can enjoy summer more with essential oils or natural products?
I have one thing I do, Jade. I carry, especially if I'm either going out on my dock or out on the beach at all. it just gets unbearably hot sometimes if you don't have a breeze. And I packed this little spray bottle. It's just a little plastic spray bottle, and I don't really care that it's plastic because it's literally just a spray on my body. But I put water in it with a little bit of peppermint.
Mhm.
And then if I get overheated or whatever, I just spray that on my body, and it just cools me down so much. And I don't have to worry about it, hurting me in the sun or anything like that. I love it.
Mhm. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So, you can use a used oil bottle, or you can just buy the bigger one and do the same with that. To put water and I think maybe 5 drops of peppermint oil. And now we have super mint, so you can do that too. Go ahead, Lisa.
I was just thinking in line with the supplements, probably Midomax. We're very active over summer sometimes, and we can get a little drained and a little fatigued and stuff. And I think sometimes to help replenish that energy level and stamina, that my son's been using it recently, and he's just amazed by it. So because he's such a go-getter. So, and then he gets tired but wants to do more. Of course, he's not always balanced, but but he's just showed me or told me about how he feels it's amazing stuff. So maybe that for summer can sometimes help if we get overexerted sort of thing. We do need to rest as well, but just to help with that stamina side of things is good.
Yeah, for sure, I agree. Yep. Cheryl, go ahead.
Okay, so one of the other things that I use regularly all year long, but I think it's really great for the summertime as well, would be the Terrazyme, because, I don't know, for me, I tend to, I know they say people eat more ice cream during the winter, but for me, I do eat more ice cream during the summertime, and it just helps with keeping my gut balanced and taking care of that extra enzyme that I need to be able to digest that food. So
I agree with you. I've had more ice cream in the last week than I've had in the last year. So yeah, it's just you're hot and you're like, okay, ice cream sounds really good right now.
yeah,
I
and it's
know.
good for all those barbecues in July and
Yeah.
all that extra eating that we don't,
Yeah.
we break away from our regular diet sometimes.
And when family and friend comes over, they just want some treats, and then you're not going to sit back and go, no, I'm going to try and be healthy. Yeah, I join in. So, anyways, Terrazyme, lifesaver, guys. Buy extra, take extra, and enjoy the summer. Yeah, so that's awesome. Thank you, everyone, for your participation and input today. I'm going to stop the recording now.